Hello, welcome. My name is Madeleine Wilmsen. I'm a member of the Flute New Music Consortium, and today we're going to be talking to Lauren McCall, the winner of our Composer Mentorship Program. Hi, Lauren. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Great. So today we're just going to go ahead and start with, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself, your musical background, and any current activities that you might have going on?
Well, I'm a composer and music educator from Atlanta, Georgia. Um, my background is in music ed and composition. I've worked with a variety of students from elementary to high school age, and I've written for a variety of chamber ensembles and choral groups. Currently, I'm a student at Georgia Tech where I'm studying music technology. And a couple of the different projects I've been working on recently include a clarinet quintet and a piece for vocalist and piano accompaniment with electronics.
So I know that your background is in clarinet and piano. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got into composing?
Oh, definitely. All throughout my childhood, I loved singing. I loved making up songs and stuff. And then finally in high school, I started learning more about composers and writing down music. And they had a contest at our school. And so they wanted us to send in some compositions. And I finally, started using Finale because I never used it before. And I wrote my first piece. And then from there, all throughout college, I took a couple of composition lessons and I just kept writing music, kept writing music. Um, it took a while for me to finally get to study music composition for a degree, but um, many mentors and professional organizations really helped me to understand more about composing. And that's kind of led me to where I am today.
Are there any composers that you particularly admire or who inspire you in your work?
Yes, most of the time they're usually teachers who inspire me the most. One of my really great mentors, who was one of my teachers, was Diane Moser. She recently passed, but she was an excellent composer. She composed jazz compositions, and she was also heavily inspired by nature. She was also a very bold lady, and so she would go after the things she was really interested in. And another thing that I really liked about her was she always stayed curious about music. She was constantly listening to new pieces of music. And whenever I would have an assignment with her, she would, inspire me to go out there and see what other compositions have been written in this style, just constantly searching and learning more. And she really has inspired me to always stay excited about learning, always stay curious, to be brave and bold and try some new things with my music.
Can you tell us a bit about your piece, Dominusilluminatio Mei, and the compositional process behind that?
Originally, this piece was going to be for woodwind quintet, and I wrote this piece based off of, well, in order to connect to some of my spiritual beliefs. And then when it was finally going to be performed, the ensemble, it had three flutes, one oboe, and one clarinet. And so I rearranged it to fit the ensemble. This piece is actually something I'm going to revisit because with the performance, there were a couple of balance issues because of the ensemble. But I feel like from the recording, I really enjoyed hearing the three flutes playing together for certain sections of the music. And I think it would be best just to make it a flute quintet piece because it just seems to really fit that.
Mhm. So, what do you enjoy about composing for the flute? And conversely, what do you not enjoy about composing for the flute, or what might you find challenging about it?
As I've been learning more about writing for the flute, the thing that I enjoy and also that's challenging is really similar. I feel like the flute is so versatile. It can play a variety of genres from around the world. It the flute has so many different techniques for creating sound. And as I've been learning more about compositions and past literature and just listening and looking at scores, sometimes I get so overwhelmed by the really cool techniques. It's hard for me to narrow down, okay, I'm going to focus on this. I have to make sure to have, my theme and not get carried away with deciding, oh, I just want all these awesome techniques in my piece.
Mm-hmm. So, Lauren, are there any other pieces that you feel are a good representation of your style as a composer?
Yes, there's one composition that really shows my compositional process, along with where I often draw inspiration for writing pieces of music. It's a piece called Flit in the Hand, and it's written for alto, piano, and clarinet. This is a piece based off of a family story, and this is often where I find my inspiration for writing compositions. I love writing based off of stories, and some of them might be family stories. Some of them have even come from Greek mythology, like my composition, A Spark and a Glimmer. And I just like learning about different. I just love the art of storytelling, and I try to incorporate that into my music.
Lauren, is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to in the new year, whether that be music or otherwise?
This new year, the thing I'm really looking forward to is continuing to find new ways to collaborate with other musicians and artists. I feel like with the pandemic, musicians and artists, we had to be really creative. We had to find some new ways to
Yes.
connect. And I feel like we're really this year, we're going to continue using those skills, and we're going to bring even new opportunities to create new artwork, new music together. Well, I know hopefully later this year it'll be in person, but I really feel like we're going to use our new skills and we're going to create some really excellent new works.
I'm also hopeful for that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Lauren. Where can we find you online? Any social media, any websites that we can go to listen and learn more about your music?
Thanks. It was great to talk to you today. I'm on SoundCloud currently. Um, my page is soundcloud.com/CagneyMac, or you can simply look for Lauren McCall on SoundCloud.